Welcome back to Radiant Change. I'm Kristen Lasanti, and I train transformational leaders like you. In this final installment of our series on transforming your culture, I'm going to give you an overview of the path we take when I do this work with my clients. Whether I'm working with an executive leader, a leadership team, or an entire organizational culture, and remember, it's usually some combination of these three dimensions, we take the path of ease. Ease is an acronym, and it stands for excavate, align, and start experimenting. Let's take these one by one, but with one caveat. Before we begin down the path of ease, we start by ensuring that a truly purposeful vision is in place. I'll probably do a whole other series on why putting forward a vision is so important and how to do it well, but for now, suffice it to say that if you don't have a clear vision for what your organization is becoming, you won't know what kind of culture you need. Pretty simple. Now it's time to excavate. Once your vision is set, it is tempting to jump into building solutions and creating new ways of working. That's the fun part, right? But if you haven't excavated the reactive tendencies that are keeping you stuck in that old cycle, any new strategy is unlikely to stick. Here's how we dig deep. We start by comparing the desired results of your purposeful vision to the results you're getting today. We identify those unconscious programs that your culture is running, which likely include those tendencies to appease, to control, or to know more than is helpful. Then we reveal those unspoken rules that you and your people are currently following in order to ostensibly be successful, and because the reactive cycle is motivated by fear, to stay safe. Finally, we excavate the hidden assumptions that you all are carrying about how things work, about how things have to be, about how you have to be, and about what might happen if you were to change. These assumptions are the paradigms that are keeping you stuck. Once you can see them, you can test them, you can find out how true they really are. We use a bit of the scientific method here, and it works fabulously to help us release these assumptions so that we can move forward. Once we've loosened the grip of these old paradigms, it's time to align around some new ones. We typically call these your core principles. Core principles are your ecosystems, your cultures, laws of nature. They are what you must believe to be true, no matter what, to achieve your purposeful vision. Aligning around these core principles represents your core shift from reactive to creative culture cycles. By the way, in one-on-one executive coaching and in the radiantleader.co space, leaders set an intention for their leadership, and that represents the paradigm shift at the heart of the reactive to creative journey. With those core principles and intentions in place, it is time to start experimenting. In this final stage, your core principles will inform every aspect of your healthy, high-performing culture, including the mindsets that build trust and transformational capacity in your ecosystem, the boundaries that will clarify expectations and sustain your interdependent working relationships, practices that support growth like co-creating, challenging, and coaching, and finally, your purposeful vision. This is what it's all for. This is what it's all moving toward. You will plan in time horizons. You will assess progress and appreciate successes, all of which are key to maintaining your momentum. So why do we call it experimenting? Simple. We don't yet know for sure what's going to work. Testing and learning is the most effective, efficient, and engaging way to find out. Remember, it's the scientific method. We're testing, we're learning, we're co-creating, and we're iterating as we go. One other bonus is that by experimenting, we're actually leaning into that creative cycle of trust. That very process helps protect us from slipping back into our old reactive patterns. That's the path of ease. As one of my clients, a founder, jokes, It doesn't seem easy at first, particularly as you're taking a look at those unspoken rules and revealing the core assumptions that have been keeping you stuck. But it's remarkable how fast you can move forward once you've shed that weight, once you've aligned around what matters and how you're going to get after it together. Thank you for joining me in this series. I hope you found it insightful, maybe even a bit inspiring. You can do this, and we can help. Drop a comment or a question below, or reach out and let's have a conversation about your culture. Onward together.